An investigation by the Public Protector has found that the establishment of the crime prevention wardens by the Gauteng government was irregular. Public Protector Advocate Kollega Qalega published a report which found that there was no legal basis to establish the so-called Amapanyaza. This is after an application for the establishment was rejected by the Justice Department for failing to state the supporting legal framework. This was further confirmed by a technical committee appointed to resolve the legal issues between the Gauteng government and the Justice Department. The Public Protector says the establishment and participation in police operations constitute impropriety and maladministration. The Gauteng government has since been instructed to finalise their conversion to traffic wardens within the next 6 months. Now, Gauteng Community Safety Portfolio Committee Chairperson, Dr. Bandile Masuku, joins us for more. Dr. Masuku, thank you so much for your time and for joining us this evening. So we heard a little while ago where the KZN Provincial Commissioner, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, saying that although there were good intentions to establish the peace wardens in Gauteng, he said their status was not necessarily legal. We've had conversations about this, and of course, at that time, you had explained that it was because of the Department of Justice that had put their legality in them being peace wardens. What's your take now with the Public Protector coming out and saying that there was maladministration in establishing the crime prevention wardens?
Yeah, we fully accept the report from the Public Protector. And it is a matter that, as a committee, we've been pushing the department to try to make sure that we finalize the appointment and their legality in terms of standing. But we also welcomed the intervention of the crime prevention wardens at the time because of the urgency of the crime situation in Gauteng. And ever since they've been introduced, we've seen that they've made a rather good impact in the spaces that they've been functioning in. But it is a matter that we've been pushing the department to try and finalize and also finalize the matter with the minister, police minister, and also the Minister of Justice.
The Public Protector takes us back to evidence that revealed in June of 2023 that an application was made by MEC Faith Mazibuko, and this was taken to the then Minister of Justice, Mr. Ronald Lamola, for the designation of the CPWs, and saying that the application by the MEC did not indicate the empowering legislation upon which the designation could have been made by the Department of Justice. As an oversight body, were you aware of this?
Yes, we're fully aware, and it is a matter that, as I've indicated, that we've been pushing the department and the Premier to make sure that they are able to finalize their legalities. And you'll remember that they were soon converted to be Gauteng traffic wardens, and they were established within Section 334 of the Crime Prevention Act, the Crime Procedural Act. And this is what we've been working with, and we have been pushing that they can't work alone without any supervision or commandship of the South African Police Service.
And this is over 8,000 wardens, I believe, Dr. Masuku, that now need to undergo intense training in order for them to be absorbed into the traffic police. Just take us through what that process seemingly is going to be like from the time of training to them being absorbed, and some of those that might not necessarily qualify to become JMPD officers.
They've been undergoing several training in different aspects of law enforcement, and what we've been saying to the department is that we need to make sure that they function within the ambit of community policing, because that's where they are more needed, and that's where they actually more required, to do the general police. Visible policing, and also doing patrolling, in particular in the areas where they are actually needed. And we then said that they can't work and function without the supervision of the South African Police Service, and they should be working in an integrated form with all the other law enforcers.
And the funding that will then be allocated with regards to the reform in terms of those programs and ensuring that they are adequately resourced and that they are then trained adequately?
Yes, the funding is there. And as the Premier indicated, that it's going to be a phased approach, and they will be trained. Others will go into the training to become the Gauteng traffic police officers, and others, those who don't qualify to be in that space, they will then be properly trained to do more work in community policing, which is the aspect that we need actually to strengthen, and that's where we need them most in the instances. And it's a matter that we have been clarifying, that these Gauteng traffic wardens are not going to replace the police, and they are not police, but they are part of a force multiplier, and they will be strengthening that component of community policing.
Within that spirit of creating that component of community policing, do you think in the future there would be a look into trying to formulate once again peace wardens within the ambit of the law and not as the public protector has put it out to be? Because it seems as though the spirit of this was really to enforce not only JMPD but policing throughout.
Yes, the issue will be more of strengthening the community policing aspect of the province, and also to formalize maybe all the other patrollers that we see that volunteer, and now they will be part of the broader framework of community policing. And this is a framework that I think we are going to be engaging in as a committee with the department to make sure that we are able to finalize and make sure that they are not really we are not found wanting on the streets, and we are not found wanting in terms of their work that they've been doing.
All right, Dr. Bandile Masuku, thank you so much for joining us and giving us reaction there to the public protector's findings with regards to the crime prevention wardens. We appreciate your time.